The 2025 Cleveland Browns season was a roller coaster full of thrills and surprises, one defined by elite defense, offensive struggles, and the emergence of three promising rookies. Cleveland finished the year 5-12, landing 4th in the AFC North. Despite fielding a top 5 defense in DPOY, the offense simply couldn't keep up. The Browns ranked 31st in scoring at just 16.4 points per game and dead last in EPA per play. As a unit, they ranked 31st with 3,152 receiving yards and 16 touchdowns, 27th in the league with 1,649 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. Did the Browns actually roster 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks? Well, kinda. Joe Flacco before being traded to division rival Cincinnati Bengals, and rookie Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders made history becoming the first Browns quarterback in 26 years to win his debut start, and he showed flashes of star potential, none bigger than his 364-yard, 3-touchdown performance against the Titans in Week 14. Sanders finished as quarterback 38, averaging 12 fantasy points per game in Dynasty and Keeper format. His hold on the starting job is far from secure heading into 2026. Setting the stage for another full quarterback competition in training camp. His hold on the starting job is far from secure heading into 2026, setting the stage for another full quarterback competition in training camp. Across 8 games, Sanders threw for 1,400 yards and 120 completions, finishing with a 56.6 completion rate. He added 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and 169 rushing yards with a score. His deep ball ability stood out, but inconsistency and turnovers drug down his QBR to 18.9. Holding the ball too long led to a 17.6% pressure to sack rate. Quinshon Judkins burst onto the scene despite missing the preseason, but his promising year was cut short in Week 16 after suffering a broken leg and dislocated ankle against Buffalo. Before his injury, Judkins ranked 22nd among running backs with 230 carries for 827 yards and 7 touchdowns, adding 26 receptions for 171 yards. He averaged 12.1 fantasy points per game, with a remarkable 90% of his yards coming after contact. He ultimately finished as the running back 26 with 169.8 fantasy points. Judkins is expected to make a full recovery heading into the 2026 season. The passing game struggled with one bright spot. The receiving corps struggled, but rookie tight end Harold Fannin Jr. emerged as a breakout star. Fannin finished with 187.4 fantasy points, just behind fellow rookie tight end Tyler Warren. The Bowling Green product led the team with 72 catches, 731 yards, and 6 touchdowns, commanding a 24% target share. Meanwhile, Jerry Jeudy, Cedric Tillman, and David Njoku combined for only 8 touchdowns and 1,265 yards, barely outproducing Drake London, who played in just 10 games yet delivered 7 touchdowns and 919 yards for the Falcons. Jerry Jeudy averaged wide receiver 30 range in PPR formats, a major disappointment, compared to his fantasy expectations as the Browns' projected wide receiver 1. David Njoku, now 30, missed the final 4 games of the season and heads into the offseason as a free agent. He finished as a tight end 34 in PPR format, appearing in just 12 games and producing 86 fantasy points, a steep drop from his usual mid-tier tight end 1 expectation. Despite the offensive woes, Cleveland's defense remained one of the league's best, finishing 4th in total defense and 3rd against the pass. The Cleveland Browns defense finished the season with 133 fantasy points, ranking 8th among all defensive units. The big dog in Cleveland. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. The 2025 AP Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett delivered a historic season, setting the new NFL single-season record with 23 sacks, adding 60 tackles with 33 tackles for loss. He became the first player since 1982 to record 12 or more sacks in 6 straight seasons, and was named the 2025 PFWA Defensive Player of the Year. In common IDP scoring, Myles Garrett posted 196 points, blowing past his previous career high of 148. It cemented his status as a true cornerstone asset in IDP formats, and one of the most reliable defensive playmakers in fantasy football. Rookie defensive lineman Mason Graham also impressed, recording 36 solo tackles, ranking 15th in the league with 31 hurries. After a 45-56 record over 6 seasons and just 2 playoff appearances, 2-time Coach of the Year Kevin Stefanski was fired at season's end. In late January, the Browns hired former Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken as their new head coach. Monken brings a dynamic offensive philosophy blending air raid concepts with a strong run game, similar to what he built in Baltimore. The Browns organization expects Monken to utilize a heavy analytics approach to match or exceed the data-driven decision-making under the previous regime. Monken helped transform Lamar Jackson into one of the league's most efficient passers, and now he'll look to elevate the Browns quarterback room just the same, which currently includes Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, and Dylan Gabriel. There's speculation Gabriel may be moved this offseason. Cleveland enters the draft with 9 total picks, including 2 first round at 6 and 24, plus an early second round, picks 39. Top priorities include reinforcing an aging offensive line, 4 of 5 of which are either retiring or free agents this season, adding explosive wide receivers, and continuing to develop the quarterback position, potentially with Sanders as the long-term answer. The Browns had hoped to retain defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, but feeling slighted and not getting the head coaching job, Schwartz resigned January 6th and stated he plans to take a year off. The 2025 season may have been disappointing in the standings, but with the emerging young talent, a new offensive vision, and a top-tier defense, the Browns enter 2026 with renewed hope and a chance to finally turn that corner.